Alright, here we go, Aquarius. Singles. First, let's see what's going on. Why you single? What's going on? Where your babe? Why you ain't paying attention to love at this moment? What happened? What's your blindness? What's going on? What's going on? What's the tea, sis? Sir? Girl is gender neutral over here, so I just wanted to say that. Girl is gender neutral. So, on that note, dang, you got 9 of Pentacles. Wow. I-N-D-E. Y'all doing that Aquarius thing where y'all think nobody don't get y'all. Love us. Oh, okay. Y'all thinking about love? Or what's going on? That's what y'all think about love, or what you ready to give into love? What's going on? Aquarius singles. Let's see what's going on. Jesus Christ. High Priestess. Ooh. Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you. What are y'all? What? Ooh. That's for the relationships. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute. If you see something black fire over, I gotta sit up against my bag. I told y'all I broke my thing. I thought I just bought it. 2 of Cups. Alright, let's see. These some thick ass cards. They don't want to talk, whereas neither do y'all. We use them just be falling out. They don't want to talk. Let's see what is going on with you. Damn. You got the Emperor, the Sun, and the Magician. Wow. 2 of Pentacles. Got the Magician over here too. Somebody could be trying to work your way into somebody's life for a sense of magical understanding, or you been sneaking around for a sense of love. I'm talking about singles only. This is singles only, or whatever case. So you thinking about love, or when it comes to a relationship, y'all doing that independent thing where nobody don't get me and nobody understands me, that type of thing, where you won't allow someone to? Is that what's going on? Because it looks like it. You got the High Priestess reverse, King of Swords, 7 of Swords, and the Emperor. Ooh, here we go. Some yeah. You covering in this moment, is it kind of like you don't want somebody to get to know you, or you feel like it's like this illogical decision between you and love that you're trying to compartmentalize at this moment? It's kind of like you hiding your heart, and it's coming out from the sense of irrational. That's why I say that. You got 2 of Wands, then we got 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So I say you're making a decision though, whether to get over some sort of, to get over it, or it's like to get to the bottom of something for you, or whatever the case may be. It could be your worth, like honesty and truth about certain things that it is that you want in the sense of a relationship, or what you're looking forward towards connecting. That's what I said. It does give me that like somebody wants to be in a sense of love. You kind of like, it's like you're doing that air thing where you're trying to like, let me see if this gonna work. Thinking too much and not feeling it. That's what love is, feeling it. Because you got hair front. Don't start that. I got 10%. Wait a minute. Shit. Let me hopefully still be rolling. Alright, there we go. My bad. Okay, so you got hair front. 2 of Cups. 8 of Cups. And the Sun. Some of y'all may have been dealing with a Taurus, Aries, or another Aquarius. Some of y'all may have been walking away from a relationship, or the routine style of how when it comes to you in a relationship, you may be, wait a minute though, that's why I said, kind of give me this here. I'm telling y'all, for y'all singles, like somebody got like a negative output, pessimistic thing when it comes to love, like somebody's possibly thinking a little bit too much when it comes to this, or whatever the case may be. You doing that Aquarius thing where you feel like, oh, nobody don't get me, they don't understand me, like that type of thing, and not allowing somebody to. The World, slow process. So let's see what came out. The Hermit, Virgo energy. accumulating information, old soul, a lot of pain. King of Cups and the Ten of Wands. That's what I said. It's like love is there, but you may have an old way of when it comes to showing love. That's maybe. You got Page of Coins, Three of Wands. You got the Knight of Cups. Maybe trying to gravitate towards someone, something, or trying to meet something in the middle. That's what kind of gives me like an arrangement of some sort. Could be with kids. Don't know. You could have kids or not. But also you got the King of Wands. Roxanne, Roxanne. All she wanna do is party all night. Stop. Aquarius, though, it does give me that though. So you got this here. You got relationship, friendships, opportunity, restoration, being on the same page. But I said it's like you doing that damn Aquarius thing because you got the Ten of Wands reverse. It's kind of like, okay, all right, okay. Do I need to let go of my fears? Do I need to let go of certain expectations or whatever happened that was in the past for me? Trying to be so restrained and in a sense of control. Page of Wands, yep. Trying to make sure things stay good instead of just experiencing the sense of love. That's why I said we're going to get a couple more shuffles, but I think that's it. You got Empress, Six of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Communicating. You maybe feel like you the emperor, or you may be looking for an empress, divine, feminine, and masculine energy, trying to get some sort of balance in there. But it seems like when it comes to you for speaking or communicating or a sense of relationships, you feel like, oh my God, like you may be letting pride or ego and all those things get in the way. Where you hear me say, for thinking too much when it comes to you in love and pursuit of partners. Like that's where the communicating is not being said, like it's not highlighting your actual feelings. That's what kind of gives me though. This for singles only. We gonna see though, cause y'all really ain't talking. So we gonna flip to the relationship people. Roxanne, Roxanne, all she wanna do is party all night. Girl, I'm about to say that thing was gonna fly. Ace of Swords, old commitments, Death, Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Ooh-wee. It's a bounce back. I'm telling you, it's a bounce back though. Like you hear me say, if you have not been experiencing like a sense of love at this moment, it may be the expectations of situations of how you may have been dealing with it in a sense. That's why I said the Magician and the Queen of Pentacles in the Knight. That's why I said somebody in a sense of magic or trying to conjure up someone, or maybe in a sense of manifestation, but you may be going about it in a dark sense. That's why it may not seem like the lovers you may be meeting to where they may be cold and just as aloof as you, because it's kind of like, oh my God, like where's the person that I want? And it's like they coming in the form of how you sending them intentions out when it comes to a sense of magic. Now, if you're not into a sense of magic or whatever the case may be, it seems like you are a little bit focused on your money, your bag, your independency, needing to be seen, but at the same time, it's kind of like it's not coming off like you want a suitor or a lover. Possibly maybe like secretly linking with somebody for sex. But for as a love life, it's there, but it's like it requires you to let down that guard and let somebody in, let them see the real you. As the Moonology would say, it's kind of like you gotta let somebody in and like stop contemplating and trying to think about everything there is. Especially if it's past men that you have dated. You know, like men you have dated in the aspect of being manipulative, sneaky, liars, those things, not being supportive, having to fund certain things, being more one financially stable. That could be a lot pushing forward in a being more financially stable or not being financially stable in that aspect. That could be a lot to take in when it comes to a relationship. That's why I say you got the Lovers and the Nine of Wands. It's kind of like you want somebody to fight for your love. And that's like a kind of hard position to put somebody in when it comes to a sense of relationship, like constantly being argumentative, wanting to fight, or you being so closed off to where it's kind of like everybody, and you hear me say Cupid like to play a lot of games, from what I'm saying. Cupid like to play a lot of games. And, hey, look at Cupid on the back. Cupid like to play some weird games. You see she got red hair, and he has blonde hair, two different ones. She looks more into a, what does she look like? What's some people call in the era of the mid-20s? She would be more of a performer, of a dancer. And he doesn't look like that. He looks like a more of a 9 to 5. Opposites attract. Weird. But that's what I said. It's kind of like you guarded. And you're a little closed off towards a sense of love. Dating different. But that's why I say it's kind of like you probably have been choosing the same type of suitors. Suitors or suitees when it comes to love. 9 of Pentacles. 999. God damn. Independence. It's like you almost there, but it's like you may feel like you have to do more work, or when you meet someone, they may have to do work. And here's the weirdest thing: when you're looking for a sense of love and you single, ooh, child, something biting me. It's not the string. Ooh, that's a piece of hair, girl. I was gonna run. But when you single, and say for instance you is financially more stable, or you could be emotionally honest, but say for instance you lack in the action base or speaking base, the lover that you get, they gonna match. They gonna fill in those spaces. And they may need help in certain areas that where you hear me say that brings in that sense of blending though. But it's kind of like if that's the type of suitors you've been attracting, or suities, females or whatever at this moment, females or males at this moment. Gosh, that sounds harsh. It's been a difficult ride. Let me just say that. And I think that's getting the best of you because you got Ace of Wands. As I say, you ready. Like you ready for someone to enlighten you or push you in a sense of path. But it's just this old drama. It's like this oldness. Depleting, transition. Like I said, maybe the old lover, that situation didn't work out. And if it did, you know what I'm saying, you got single and now you turned into something to where you may be this. But it does give me though like somebody's into some sense of magic. It is. I'm telling you, somebody's in some magic. Well, you into money. Well, it could be a loss though. Ooh, like look at that. Death and Queen of Pentacles. Like I said, it might be a mom. Masculine, feminine. But it's there. Those two. Recovering. Grief will do that to you, though. Going through grief, the 5 stages of grief. You know. So you got Ace of Wands, though. It's there. You just got to be able to transition your mind. 9, 3. Could be the sense of relationship now. That's why I said who you dating and what you dating. But it do look like you messing around with somebody doing some sneaky links. That's all I'm going to say. She got the Ace of Wands, 9 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. You're doing something. You're doing something. Somebody a little impatient, though. That's why I said it just seems like it's just more of a mental, emotional, psychological thing that's going on that needs to be meshed out, though. So this is just a little enlightenment that's working out at this moment, though. Just the balancing act and restoration that goes between two. Yeah, that's why I say yeah. My bad. Don't be so busy trying to make somebody fight for your love or pay for the mistakes of somebody else that you actually miss out on love. Don't be so busy looking for love that you would take anything in this moment that would come knocking on your door. Don't be so busy trying to resort to love spells or a sense of magic, trying to draw someone in and you wonder when that fails or this person is not that. Remember, love spells takes away the desire of a person and their free will. So the person that you fell in love with, eventually they will change and turn into something that you are not comfortable with. So, in that moment, watch it. Watch it. Because we all got our free will. So, it's time to move the Hicks bag and get on that. And go old school when it comes to love. Or go on a date now. I don't know. Just go on dates. But other than that, let's see what's coming for the people in relationships. Y'all can tune on out. Ooh, 14 minutes. Y'all can tune on out. Well, if you can stay or whatever, because sometimes the energies roll over with different people. Or whatever the case may be, kind of do. So we'll see what's going on with Aquarius in relationships. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Oh, oh. Let's see. Anybody do the things you do before? Say, hey, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. Stop. Shit. Alright. Bottom of the day, you got 7 of Cups, though. Could be clear conscience, sobriety, sober thoughts, emotional Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, I knew it. I knew it. I said that's where it came from. I knew it. All right, so let's go. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius in relationship. Let's see what is going on. Y'all got the Magician reverse too. That's why I said the energy rolls over. It's the same thing. I don't know if it's the masculine energy or it's you in the sense of love. May got a Cancer moon or sign. Maybe dealing with a Leo. Or matters of strength and knowing how to coexist with other people. Knowing how to let things go. Wait a minute. Let's go. You got Chariot, Two of Cups, and the Magician. Chariot, Two of Cups, and the Magician. Let's go. Let's get them all out. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just knowing how to coexist with the pack. Like you hear me say, maybe you taming your inner lion or whatever the case may be, or knowing your sense of strengths. Knowing that everybody has a role and a position, whether it comes into the financial matter of the home front, that it's kind of like it's okay to let your lion roar, but also a lion knows how to lead by having people that they can depend on as well, by those feeling like they can. So that's why I said that maybe the issues is going on, like who's the head of the household, the masculine energy counterparts, who's doing what, how is this going to play out. So you got the Chariot, the Page of Pentacles, and you got the Wheel of Fortune, and you got the Seven of Wands. Could be in a defeated matter, you hear me say, coming over this sense of like trying to conquer at a fast speed to finish something or whatever, close off some sort or whatever the case may be. It may be closing out some sort of chapter, actions, getting a newfound sense of boundaries or whatever. And the place may be where it's like, hey, I didn't think as much, I didn't properly communicate, I didn't do all these things. So now I get a new cycle or I'm making a new start or whatever the case may be. That's what kind of gets me though. It's like you closing out something. Because you got Two of Cups, Ace of Wands, Five of Cups reverse, and the King of Cups. That's why I say this is either it's you dealing with a Cancer or a sense of a relationship. Could be a child. But you got Ace of Wands and the Five of Cups and the King of Cups. It looks like you just done. It's like you kind of like done taking this sense of, I don't know if you see it or it's a who the hell is that? My bad, y'all. I told you I'm in the backyard and they be doing everything. But you got this Two of Cups energy, this Ace of Wands, and this Five of Cups and this King of Cups. It seems like you may be going through a rocky type time and trying to end some sort of a relationship. I think you, on your point, you may be done. It's about you trying to reach out in a sense of extending the olive branch to recover from some sort of period with this King of Cups. It's either you, where you hear me say you operate in air sign energy to where you kind of like not being emotionally understanding and operating with a sense of logic to where you're not able to communicate your emotions from that space. You may be coming off like a robot, or the person you may be dealing with coming off like a robot. Because you got the Magician reverse, Five of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. Constantly, this is competition, argument. We all in the quarantine. We all going through the same thing. Different opinions. We have been through certain things. This is what counselors, priestess, voodoo priestess, all those different types of things where they come into play to free ourselves from like mental shackles in that space. That's what I said. It kind of just give me though like this argument that keeps going on. It's kind of like somebody's tired of being the victim. It's like you're tired of being exposed to situations. That's what it kind of gives me though, because you got the Ace of Cups though. It's kind of like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna cause this argument because I know it's gonna land at sex. So I'm gonna cause this argument because I know they're gonna come in and they're gonna make up to me. That's the part where I think that's being done in this moment. Because you got Ten of Wands, the releasing of old things, but it's also being tired to the point where it's kind of like being useless, to where we're going over the same thing over and over and over again. Ooh. Hierophant in the Knight of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Two of Swords. Ooh. They said when we are retrograde, A lot of people do a lot of things or whatever the case might be. Wait a minute, they say a lot of couples, they end up, especially with this quarantine, where they say Venus and Gemini, to where we just be looking around saying, "Ooh, I wish I had a partner that was like this." And then you hear me say, "With us being in Cancer season, you thinking about old lovers, what you could have did wrong, or how you could have gave it a shot, and what's the point of being married or in a relationship?" Yep, those things. So let me see. I'm trying to get y'all all out so it don't come out no more. Trying to get them all out, y'all. All out. So we can read them out and say, "Ooh." And they coming out too, girl. That's what's up. Because the stinkers that want to give your girl nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. They can't tell me nothing. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Queen of Wands. Ooh. Is that you, or that's the person you dealing with? Hey, what you want? I say, hey. Let's go. King of Pentacles, Judgment, the Emperor. Ooh. Yes. What's the tea, sis? Let me tell you something. I love these cards. Okay, with the Hierophant, you got the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. It looks like you, somebody's not taking time to learn the things that they need to know. Somebody's very impatient when it comes to certain things, and especially when it comes to emotional matters. This is clearly a communication problem, over whatever the case may be. Listening to argue, listening to be in the space of, to where it's kind of like, no. It's kind of like if you communicate with someone, or somebody's communicating with you, it could be very harsh, and it's not getting to the point of, to where it's kind of like I see both sides, but at the same time I'm still not able to communicate what's going on. So it's keeping argumentative type spaces going. You have the Three of Cups and you got the Nine of Swords. It could be you versus friends versus relationships, life, work, celebrations, doing certain things, and needing a sense of time. Like, who is the people that support your union? Who are the people that takes away from you, and at the same time that requires more that they aren't willing to give? Because you got the Three of Pentacles and you have the Hermit, and you got the Page of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, and you have the Six of Swords. It's kind of like in this position or whatever the case may be, it's like something is pushing you away from what it is that you normally do. So it could be where you hear me say, if you're in magical practice, it's kind of like you probably need to clean your solar plex, and watching what sense of practices you in. So let me just say that out. But you got the Three of Cups and Nine of Swords, maybe between you and your friends, a situation, or that's maybe what you be talking about for celebrating. It could be drinking, it could be substances, partying, kids, but it looks like two people that aren't willing to compromise because of a state of fear, stress, worry, communication problems, problematic, problem with finances, or problem with communication. It's kind of like those different two, and it doesn't have to be in a sense of broke or poverty, but it could be with just who gonna buy what, who gonna spend what, being under the same rule. Five of the Ten of Pentacles, knowing how the two can blend with each other. Two strong personalities in the sense of a household. Because you got Ten of Wands and you got the Seven of Cups reversed. Like seeing clear, like sober thoughts, like needing that sense of not the emotional bait. Like being honest about, yeah, well, this didn't work. And maybe because when you're in a relationship in a sense of couple, sometimes you can get so codependent on other things, where you hear me say, whether that's drug, whether that's sex, whether that's money, whether that's time, things. And that could be our third parties in our sense of a relationship. Right? Or it could be cheating or infidelity. Who knows? Or it could be just be lying about, oh yeah, well, I went out here and I feel bad about coming home. Those type of things, or whatever the case may be, you know? So you add these third parties in the sense of your relationship, it can be very hard to see, okay, well, this is not working for me. Like, I've been lying to myself, or you have been lying to me. I haven't been communicating. Me sitting in a space of dysfunction and chaos, instead of communicating that, is creating this place to where I'm running away, I'm emotionally volatile, like I'm not accountable, and like, stop talking to me. Like that type of energy. Stop talking to me. I don't know why I keep hearing it. Boom. So now you got the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Sun. I don't know if you're working on certain rituals or certain manifestations, or trying to get things to come into play for its finances, or providing for a child, or trying to get pregnant in this sense, or needing some sense of sunlight. You hear me say, I didn't see nothing contractually out here because the Lovers didn't come out, nor the Capricorn. So I don't stand the Ace of Swords. So, You got Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Sun. It's kind of like that fluctuating back and forth. And maybe needing some offering assistance, needing some sense of ground, and needing some sense of support. But it's kind of like you may be fluctuating back and forth. What grounds you versus what serves you in this moment. You got 8 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. That's that breakup to make up where we're going to argue and just have sex. And sex is going to be our only communication in the form of a relationship or chaos and drama. It could be you, the different parts that you play in with certain situations. Because you hear me say, know this, out of all the signs, Aquarius can really be messy. Messy for its drama, messy for its chaos, messy for its their own life or the lack of how they feel in their moments, being emotional numb and dealing with that sense of blowback to where that can come in the household. So now, because that entity has came into the home, it can be very hard to coexist in a space that you like, oh my God, I once loved this house. I really did, but now I hate it here. And it causes like this sense of trouble. Boom. So now you got the Fool, you got the Empress, and the Seven of Pentacles. It could be you. I think I said this in a reader for Aries like 3 months ago. I said they so focused on the negative. And it could be you for its parenting or certain things. It's kind of like being so gun-ho that being negative. Like, this what kind of gets me, though. Like, somebody just focus on the sense of the negative when things don't happen. See, I knew. Like, that type of energy. Like, somebody's very heavy negative and they don't want to talk or communicate. And they say, stop talking to me. I'm telling you, I don't know where the hell it came from. You got Emperor, King of Pentacles, and the Judgment. This is maybe the person you may be dealing with. They could be very judgmental, hard to communicate with, or this may be you when you feel like you have to communicate with them. It could be a sense of authority that you may be dealing with. It could be a boss, it could be a sense of worker that's calling something, or your partner could be there. But it's like this sense of needing some sense of restoration, a sense of a spiritual awakening, some sense of alignment, connection. Ooh, shit, something biting me, y'all. We are at 27. Damn, what was that? Ooh. Yeah. Some of y'all may be in a marriage, though. Or it could be contractually obligation matters, though. Kind of give me that, though. Because you got a lot of pentacles here. Could be something dealing with a job that's affecting the home front. Or it could be just trying to keep everything together, though. Ooh, something bite me. Y'all, something bite me. Whew. 5 of Wands. Lies being a situation. Being at a standstill, defeating your sense of opponents. If you're in a relationship, it's kind of like a tricky place to be in where y'all kind of like arguing and talking to each other, whatever the case may be. Because it's like listening to argue, but not listening to comprehend. So if you're already in an offended space, it's kind of like, why are we talking if we already mad and we heated and I'm mad because I got out work and my employees got on my nerve? I don't want to talk about nothing that's going to be trigger happy at this moment. Not today. And it's not saying not today for it's never, but it's saying not today because it's not the right time. It's all about reading the room. But y'all got the Lovers, 7 of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Everything is fine in the 4 of Pentacles. That's why I said it's kind of like somebody may got a little bit codependent or a little too reluctant on somebody's love. Oh, they never gonna leave me. They're never gonna do this. Da 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 da. This here to where it feels like one person feels like they're holding the whole sense of the relationship together. To where somebody may be in a sense of age grounded when it comes to certain actions. Who knows? Whoever's the oldest or whatever the case may be. Or the youngest, whichever one. It's a lot of earth sign energy here, so you may be operating with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But this here, when it comes to a sense of love, like somebody got to learn how to be honest about the sense of love that they want and understand that the people that they with are a reflection of where they are mentally, and stop like judging somebody for what it is that they need or what it is that they want, or it takes a sense of trust. That's what the whole exposing things, like letting things go where they are, being honest, harsh communication, taking time for self, because it's like somebody holding it together like emotionally or mentally before they actually explode. So Aquarius, for this reading, all I got to say is, who's the more logical one in the sense of relationship? Because whoever's the more logical one, they hold a sense of power. And I know air signs can sometimes be this. Like, they can be a little bit not emotionally reactive. So it could be power. Somebody could be having some mental illness issues. I did see that for as a magician. Didn't want to call it out. It could be psych episodes or manic episodes, not counting the sense of triggers. If you're dealing with a sense of magic, I said watch the entities. Watch the people where you pull spiritual practices from. Watch who you allow in your home. You really don't know. But it seems like here somebody's more rational and able to communicate a little bit better, so they have a sense of power over you. So this is where you may feel like you're in a sense of defeated or standstill. It's either or. I don't know. Whoever won, don't get mad at me. But whoever's the one that communicates the best, they're the one that has a sense of control over you. And it's like, this is where you feel like you have to fight, or you're at a standstill and you don't know, because it's kind of like, I don't know where to go. But the relationship is communication, is finances, is needing a sense of assistance, the two meshes of the household, who's going to lead, who doesn't know how to take a back seat, who know, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Like, what roles are playing out in this moment? And then it's quarantine bullshit, so, you know, that's a lot. But that's what I said, in this moment, y'all, whoever has control, they the one that they feel like they're more rational, I'm telling you. And then too, Aquarius, look at that, secretive, hanging on to certain things, not paying attention to certain things, that aloofness, returning back to a sense of old habits. Ace of Swords reverse, talking crazy to each other, horrible communication. So it's a two-party thing. It's not just if you want to hear this reading and you want me to say, oh, your love was wrong. No, both y'all is wrong. Like, what the hell? I'm sorry, but it's true. So I don't know if you was looking for some sense of that, but it's kind of like, oh, both y'all wrong. No, it's like both y'all wrong because y'all mirror each other in an extent of their relationship. So if you don't like where you are, it's the time to fix it instead of complaining about it and then mourning them when they're gone, not in a sense of death, but wondering what happened to the relationship. So it could be minor inconveniences, work problems, situations, real life, individuality season, but it's also knowing what works for y'all. So next month, mid-month, I might do all the zodiac signs. I ain't doing no more goddamn love readings, I tell y'all that. So on that note, though, that's why I said if you looking for somebody to say, oh, he or she's wrong, no, it's both of y'all, because y'all not communicating, getting to the point. Y'all talking to arguing about all the swords. And then it's money, so it is third party. So who knows if somebody's cheating or has substance abuse problems or situations. What is that, though? It's a lack of honesty. Could be childhood trauma. Could be lack of expectations or inner child issues. That's something that could be worked on in this moment. Past results, situations, happiness, belief, all those. So, I love you guys. Gotta go.